There's a new trend
Across the whole USA.
Barbacoa and Big Red.
Try it today.
Baseball, hot dogs,
And apple pie.
Barbacoa and Big Red.
Give it a try.
If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red.
then join the choir.
I'm on the floor and bang my head.
If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red. Then I'll party dry and go to taco heaven to stay.
the trend started in San Antonio and spread to the whole USA. Barbacoa and Big Red is the new fad, is what they say. Barbacoa is a Mexican taco and they're addicting too. Once you try one, you need one every day for you. Without Barbacoa and Big Red, I'll have a nervous breakdown. Really? I'll need medications. I'm not kidding around. If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red.
then join the choir.
I'm on the floor and bang my head.
If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red. Then I'll party dry and go to taco heaven to stay.
Jesus Angel Martinez on the marimba. We call him Chucho.
Breaker 19 Sergeant Dodo. I'm taking Mexican Danny to Barbacoa and Big Red Rehab instead. He's addicted and has to feed his head.
10-4, Officer Dum Dum. I have a confession to make. I just checked into Barbacoa and Big Red Rehab too. But don't worry, they have just enough room for you.
10-4 Sergeant Dodo. Mexican Danny started this fad across the USA on the Wolfman Jack Show. Okay.
I'm Mexican Danny, and I cruise a food stamp Cadillac. If the food stamp office sees it, you'll have a cardiac. You'll have to pay cash for your barbacoa, but that's okay. In San Antonio, it's tortillas and not bread every day. This song is a phenomenon that swept the whole land. Wolfman Jack gives us a hand.
New York, Chicago, and LA too. Barbacoa and Big Red is for you. Mexico, Spain, South America too. Here comes the fad, I'll bring it to you. The Rio Grande Valley of Texas too. Help start the fad, yes it's true. Every city in the whole USA, Barbacoa and Big Red every day.
If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red.
then join the choir.
I'm on the floor and bang my head.
If you wanna see me cry,
Take my barbacoa and Big Red. Then I'll party dry and go to taco heaven instead.
I'm Mexican Danny from San Antonio. Barbacoa and Big Red will help you play the role
And reach a goal.
Hecho, sí, ya está, really had a great time. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing you now June 17th with Freddie Cannon, the Drifters, the Coasters, the Marvelettes.
Okay, we've got Freddie Fender and Jimmy Gonzalez on guitars. And I'm Mexican Danny. Thank you for listening to the Wolfman Jack radio show. Barbacoa and Big Red. It's how the valley does get fed.
Servidor Freddie Fender.
Yeah!
Jimmy González, grupo más.
Jesus Angel Martinez on keyboards. Barbacoa and Big Red. It's what the valley eats instead. I like tortillas and not bread. It's how la raza does get fed. Looking for barbacoa and Big Red. These ojitos se salen when they see barbacoa and Big Red. It's the breakfast of the champions when I need to get fed. Barbacoa and Big Red. I went cruising to Tejano, looking for barbacoa and Big Red. There are restaurants that wanna, they sell hamburgers only instead. I tell them, oh no, I am Valley Raza. I love tortillas and not bread. This is the Valley National Anthem, they say. Yeah! The Valley Raza was heavy on that every single day. I'm Mexican Danny, your good friend.
The real Grande Valley National Anthem.
Yeah! A giant taco is our goal. I took a ride to Westlaco, looking for barbacoa and Big Red, and I cruised so low and slow on old business 83, slow instead. All the towns in the valley do barbacoa, barbacoa and Big Red. I went low riding to Brownsville for barbacoa and Big Red. It's a really cool town still, with San Benito up ahead. Barbacoa tacos are in my soul. About a pound or two is my goal. Are you ready, Freddie Fender? Move over, Rover, and let Jimmy Gonzalez take over. Barbacoa and Big Red, but the valley eats instead. Barbacoa in Freddie's hometown, San Benito does get down. Barbacoa and Big Red, I eat it until my face turns
Fox Oldies 98.9.
Wolfman Jack, we just got a report here that hundreds of people are just swarming around the manhole covers all over the city and climbing into them. And a reliable source tells us that they are still trying to find the entrance to the studio where the Wolfman Jack show is taking place. Oh, gracious me. I think they found us.
Wolfman Jack.
The Rio Grande Valley, we cruise slow and slow. When we're hopping and we're dropping, we go with the flow. Slow and slow, bien bajito, suavecito, we put on a show. Freddy's hometown, San Benito, we cruise slow and slow. When we're scraping and we're baking, we go with the flow. We cruise un poco, a little loco. Cruising's what we do. Hopping on juice, we do let loose. Hydraulics just for you. Jimmy's hometown is Brownsville. Tell you what we know. When we play there and we stay there, we put on a show. Slow and slow, slow and slow. We're your brothers like no others. We go with the flow, with the flow. We cruise the valley, full place to go, full place to go. I'm Mexican Danny.
Pretty friend. Jimmy Gonzalez and Triple Mas.
Our friend Wolfman Jack asked us for a lowrider song for his show, and he's our bro.
With a lot of video games in my time, even before they were invented. I was a real fan. And comparing them all, well, I come to one conclusion. None are as exciting as Harry Carey video games. They have the best picture, the best color, and above all, they're more violent than any other. Choose from the catalog of 456 different games, including Sidewalk Suicide, Machines That Mangle People, and my favorite, Mass Destruction of Everything on the Face of the Earth. Hey, when it comes to video games, don't be fooled. Commit to Harry Carey.
Carey video games. Get it all out of your system by putting Harry Carey into it.
Screaming, running, oh, Wolf man, that's still funny. I just want to see all you folks dance, take off your undershirts, throw away your pants. Those bands I got here, time to throw away all care. I go get naked now, if you promise not to stare. Here's Steve Miller.
KZST.
Wolfman Jack.
All right, friends, onions, countrymen, and women, lend me your ears.
Are you ready, Freddy? We've got Freddy Fender on bass guitar, and I'm Mexican Danny. Thanks for the help, Freddy.
It's my pleasure.
Barbacoa and Big Red.
Hey, man, listen, you're taking a walk, man. Jack Show.
And we've got Jimmy Gonzalez. Barbacoa and Big Red. San Antonio's way to get fed. A San Antonio Hispanic gang. Barbacoa, Big Red flame. This is the Southside National Anthem. Also the West Side's if you ask 'em. I roll to the North Side in my really cool old ride. I ordered barbacoa instead. They didn't understand what I said. They asked, will you have a sandwich instead? I said, I am Rosa, tortillas not bread. I cruise to the South Side. They make barbacoa with pride. I saw a Mexican restaurant. They do have what we want. I ordered barbacoa, I was in a row. Barbacoa and Big Red is our main goal. This Southside and Westside National Anthem is in our soul. Barbacoa and Big Red is our goal. I cruise to the east side, low and slow in my ride. At a drive-thru they asked me, will you have a burger and tea? I said, oh no, I am a Latin breed. Give me barbacoa and Big Red indeed. I bounced to the west side. I rolled in my low ride. I saw a taco truck that's cool. With real Mexicans old school. If you wanna get fed Mexican style, barbacoa and Big Red is so worthwhile. This is the Southside National Anthem. And the West Side, if you ask 'em. Barbacoa and a Spurs game. In San Antonio, there is a flame. Barbacoa is in our soul. A giant taco is our goal. I went to the Southside to have a good time. I stopped at a restaurant that looked so fine. I ordered barbacoa and a Big Red. They gave a thumbs up. I had new friends.
the South Side and West Side National Anthem. Mexican Danny, Freddie Fender, and Jimmy Gonzalez, Grupo Mars, wish you a happy New Year, 1989.
That's a gas, Wolfman. All right. Someone told me on my phone, isn't that nice?
Hi, Wolfman?
Yes.
Calling from Forestville, and the reception on my radio is not very good. What should I do?
Take your radio, hold it clear over your head.
Alright, okay, got it.
I can do that right now, dear. Yes, you are.
I can, but I can't hear the radio any better.
Turn that dial to Wolfman Jack. He'll bring your happiness right back. Late at night, he'll howl for you. He'll bring you joy and happiness too. He'll get crazy and weird if he can. He'll start howling. He's the Wolfman. Wolfman Jack growls for the real Grande Valley. We love you, Wolfman. This is Mexican Danny.
Danny has an ability of such power in his music, and he can just force you along. And at the same time, he can drop back and do a ballad that is so beautiful. And I don't know many that can have the edge and the force of his music, and at the same time can have the beauty of it as well.
Hello, Selena. This is your friend Danny Moreno. This is the demo recording of the lyrics I showed you that you said you would love to record. Jesus Angel and I wrote the song. Juan Gabriel reviewed the verses and rewrote verse number 5. Juan te manda sus bendiciones y él desea que esta canción sea un éxito mundial para ti. Okay, Selena, we got Freddie Fender helping us out on acoustic guitar.
Espero que les guste bastante, Danny, su servidor Freddie Fender.
Freddie, can you mix it? You're better at mixing than I am. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
¿Qué les puedo decir mi amada Miguel? Que tiene una voz extraordinaria. Los dos son buenos amigos, aparte de ser buenos artistas. Yo he tenido la suerte y la fortuna de estar en su casa, que por cierto tiene una casa súper original. Para mí es una de las casas más hermosas que yo he visto en mi vida. Qué bueno que les disfruten. Cada vez que yo tengo tiempo voy y como con ellos o ceno. Eso sí, aparte de que uno compone precioso, la otra también, y los dos cantan maravilloso, cocinan divino. Este amigo está aquí, que los quiero mucho y que les desea todo lo mejor, quiero dar las gracias a ustedes dos y a todo el público en general por darme la oportunidad de exteriorizar lo que yo siento por ellos. Los bendigo. Les deseo todo lo mejor. Diego, amado.
I was born ready. This is Radio KLAC AM 570 in Los Angeles. And today we have a special guest, Daredevil Danny, a giant snake wrestler with 2 world records.
Il magnifico! Il magnifico! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again! He's in trouble! He's in trouble! He's down! He's hurt! My God, he's not even moving! He's hurt! He's hurt! Front end just tucks away and then look at the rear end just flies him up in the air. Can you believe that?
We did warn you.
He has sustained what we call a compound fracture dislocation to his left ankle, leading to the bones of the skin.
The combination of broken tibia, fibula and dislocated ankle suggests an impact of incredible force.
Can't get much worse without the foot being fully amputated, really. Could you actually get some more morphine because he's actually got quite a high resistance.
It's just too dangerous! I don't believe this! There's a chance for a woman! I do not believe what I've just seen! I do not believe what I've just seen!
The patient at the time was clearly in a lot of pain.
There were sort of bits of skin and fatty tissue.
Lots of bones appeared to be broken.
Crushing open fractures.
We had part of the skin that had come away.
And there was a considerable amount of blood. It was a mess.
Paramedics dressed the annihilated foot and treated him to hospital.
Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Look at that! Look at what kind of a reptile is that? Look at the size of that reptile! Yes, but oh, look at that! That's what it's about! Look at the size of that thing! He's got it too close to it! Keep it away from it! That snake is put... Wait a minute, the snake is ready! Oh, the snake is biting him! The snake is biting him! I'm out of here! This is not supposed to happen! Get him out of it! Astonishing! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Absolutely world class!
Hi, everybody. So, Mr. President.
like freaks, prepare to freak out.
Okay, well, our family has been in this business 4 generations. We've been in this business as far as collecting and exhibiting freak animals and oddities, all kinds of different oddities.
And if you look close enough, hey, you can even find some catfish here. Dan Moreno and his menagerie of 2-headed calves, 3-legged chickens, and 4-legged pigeons have been featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not, dozens of television shows, and even a movie.
We've been here in the valley 15 years. Now, the Aztec Indians used to collect mutant animals, see? So this has been going on over 800 years.
Voy a entrar a esta jaula con 6 víboras gigantes. Es peligroso, pero lo voy a...
We are KYMT, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, planet Earth. Welcome all you crazy humans and non-humans, those extraterrestrials, coming to you live with special guest Daredevil Danny. Hello, Danny. Thank you for having me on the show. Okay, Danny, you just returned from a 22-city tour, which started in Acapulco, Mexico, and ended in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. But along this tour, you made some history. You made some records. You made the news. You were on world news. You know, I saw something on the news the other day, which is pretty interesting. Danny, you were incarcerated because of an illusion show that went wrong live on stage. Correct. It was a bat that did not want to cooperate, right? Well, actually, it was a magic illusion gone wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was a 22-show tour, and out of 22 times, 3 times, and 1 in Acapulco, 2 in Mexico City, and 3 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, during Festival Carnival. The bat bit me in the hand during the show, so it was... So the fangs were stuck in, you couldn't just pull them off, you couldn't just keep going. I mean, it was hooked. Right, so I hold 2 world records at the time, and I cannot cry like a baby on stage. The show must go on. So in order to improvise and make it look like part of the show, I bit the head off the bat. It took about over 30 seconds to get the bat off my hand. And a true showman. The show must go on, of course. The show must go on. But you were arrested for that, were you not, in Rio de Janeiro? Actually, it was considered, yes. You were charged with disorderly conduct, correct? Correct. But it was the bat that was actually being disorderly. Well, but what it was an attempt to get money off American... Right. They were making an excuse to incarcerate you, place you behind bars, which they did, and they left you there for 62 days, correct. And they gave you a 5-gallon bucket for your latrine facilities, I guess we could say. That's right. And that they refused to empty. But the whole while, you made the news. Did you know you were on the news while you were behind bars? I mean, did you have any contact with the outside world? After about a week, when they finally allowed me to get an attorney, and the attorney informed me that, yes, I'll get some publicity on it. Yeah, and this publicity was coming from a riot that was demanding your release. Correct. And among these rioters was a UFO cult. Correct. And the Hare Krishna... Oh, temple followers. Temple followers, yes, I'm sorry. I got a little tongue tied there. Okay, so they're demanding your release. You're collecting a group of followers outside from every gamut of perception that you can think of. UFO cult, Hare Krishna, temple followers, just regular people that love Daredevil Danny, who already know you because you're world famous already. There was about 5 microbuses full of hippies too. Okay. To the riot. Okay, so now the Rio de Janeiro Police Department didn't have any choice upon at this point, right? Because they were about ready to burn down the police department. Plus, they knew that they finally realized that you weren't going to give them the money they were demanding because you were being incarcerated and held against your will for no reason at all, except for defending yourself against a crazy bat. But you also made another record upon release. Is that correct? Well, you have the record for the quickest arrest upon release. You were arrested within 30 seconds of you walking out of that police department. Is that right? Yes. And you made the news. Again, on the news, you know, I did see that, but there was a lot of people out there. There was rioters, of course. You know, you had crazy people all over this place ready to burn this thing down. But I saw a man pissing on the police department. Was that you, Danny?
Well, unfortunately, yes.
And that's how you got the record for the quickest arrest upon release.
Quickest rearrest. Well, actually, I was mad because of the money they extorted me and the payola they forced me to get out of jail. So in retaliation, I urinated at the police station from a wall.
Wow.
It's not something I'm proud of, but hey, when you're mad at the moment, what can you do?
Well, I guess all publicity is good publicity. I mean, you got the record for being the first man to bite the head off of a live bat on stage. You, the record for the quickest rearrest upon release. And you made the news, and they showed you on the news peeing on the police department in Rio de Janeiro. Man, that's a lot for one day. It all culminated to that day, right? Everything that happened. A true showman, indeed. And let's go ahead and remind the viewers today that you will be assisting Siegfried and Roy in their live acts this Saturday night, Daredevil Danny. Y'all make sure you make that show. It's going to be a good one. Coming up after these messages, we'll give you an update on the Cold War. President Reagan and Fidel Castro look like they're ready to put on the gloves.
KYMT, Las Vegas.
We play. Hey, Daredevil Danny, you are a very interesting person. You've been all over the world. You've been televised in 58 countries. You've had 18 broken bones. You know Evel Knievel. You know Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you also know the Pope John Paul II and Mother Teresa. You had 3 meetings with her, correct?
Yes, sir.
How do you explain the fact that you have friends from this side and that side, and they're all so interested in knowing Daredevil Danny?
Well, the meetings that I had with Pope John Paul II and Mother Teresa were, the subject line was the freak animals that exhibit and the end times, to see if there was any kind of possible connection between the two.
So what was the Pope like?
Very special person. Very special person. He's a busy man, but you can feel a certain joy or happiness in him.
A spirit of joy, huh? A shining light in this dark world, huh?
Correct.
Mother Teresa. What about Mother Teresa? I understand that she is like one of the most apologetic, the most empathetic, the most spiritual woman on earth. What was it like?
Extremely.
Did she hug you? Did she give you shake your hand?
Yes, she's the type of person. She's a very, very humble person. I felt no arrogance or vanity in her. Pure, merciful and giving.
Understanding, of course. So not only are those your friends, but you also know Evel Knievel,
correct?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, a true showman. So not only do you have the Siegfried and Roy thing going on with them, assisting them, you are currently Nevada County State Fair.
Yes, we're working the U.S. State Fair circuit at this point. We just performed at the San Antonio Livestock Show. That was our 6th year. Houston Livestock Show, Dallas State Fair. We were at the L.A. County State Fair. We've been at Washington State, Chicago, New York, all over the place.
Daredevil Danny, you are a very interesting fella, and we will be right back with Daredevil Danny after these commercials from Pepsi and Doritos.
Here you won't own Diet Pepsi, 1 small calorie now.
We are KYMT, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, planet Earth. Welcome all you crazy crazies and humans and non-humans, extraterrestrials, coming to you live. We are the greatest crazy show on Earth. So today, instead of our usual abnormal topics of the weird and the factual, non-factual, mythological, apocalyptic conspiracy theories, we're going to take a break from all that and welcome our guest, Daredevil Danny, my good friend. My motto is insane to stay sane in a crazy world, but you have got to be the most sanest person I know then, because who else is going to get released because a UFO cult is demanding them, the Hersh Krishnoff, and among all the others, for biting the head off of a bat, pissing on a police department, making the world record for the quickest arrest upon release. Danny, I have to say, you might be my idol right now.
Well, it's been a crazy year in 1980. I'm also the first illusionist or person to vanish an elephant and a car off stage in the Latin countries. So I think my show was just too heavy for the Latin countries, but my show was too heavy to be performing in the United States.
Yeah. You've been televised in 53 countries. Who cares if the U.S. don't want it, but the U.S. is going to know Daredevil Danny one day. So, okay, now everyone already knows this, all this that we talked about. You've been on the news. Let's talk about your songwriting with Ramon Ayala and Juan Gabriel. Two very, very popular, probably the top performers in the Latin world right now. How did that come to be, and what are they like?
Well, they're great. A quick summary, Ramon Ayala has a ranch there in the valley, about 20 minutes from our ranch, and so that's how I got to know the guy. Juan Gabriel, also through being out in the circuit, I ran across him. I just mentioned I had a few songs, and he said, "Okay, let's check them out."
So how long was your stint with them? You know.
Yeah. Okay, well, I keep in contact with Juan Gabriel. I've been to his.
We'll get back to that because you got friends like a battlefield. But we'll be right back after these commercial sponsors from Mellow Yellow and Doritos. We'll be right back.
This is KYMT, AC2, Las Vegas.
Danny, you're not just a live performer. You're also an entrepreneur, correct?
Yes, I'm from the Rio Grande Valley in Texas, and I have a small trading post with the Museum of the Incredible, about 2.5 hours from my friend.
Now that's the one with the 58 mutant animals, correct?
Exactly, on exhibition to the public.
Now is the star of that show, is that the pig with the human face?
Well, actually we exhibit two pigs with human-like face.
I'm not sure I want to see that, but I think I'm paid to go. But, okay. Now you also appeared on Ripley's Believe It or Not with a 3-legged rooster. Was that your rooster?
Yes, actually we have 2 3-legged roosters, but they featured one of them.
2 3-legged roosters. 2 roosters and 6 legs. Huh. Interesting. A freak show continues, right? Unfortunately, folks, it's time to wrap it up with Daredevil Danny, but don't forget to go to the Nevada County State Fair where he is exhibiting the 58 Freak Show animals. And Danny will be there live to give you autographs and show you his fang scars from that bat. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you, Danny.
KYMT, Las Vegas.
KLAC AM 570 here in Los Angeles. This is a crazy year this year, 1980, during the tour of Daredevil Danny. He bit the head off a bat during his illusionist show in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He also bit the head off a bat during his show in Acapulco, Mexico City. He was arrested in Brazil for biting the head off the bat, and when he was released, he urinated on the police station front wall. He was rearrested 30 seconds or less. This guy is one crazy daredevil. He currently holds 2 world records. is Radio KLAC AM 570 in Los Angeles. And today we have a special guest, Daredevil Danny, a giant snake wrestler with 2 world records. I've done news updates on you through the years. His Daredevil wardrobe is designed by Selena Quintanilla. Danny has been featured on Good Morning America, Ripley's Believe It or Not, TV shows worldwide, in many tabloids. Danny has had conversations with the Pope and Mother Teresa. President Bill Clinton has visited Danny's museum. Danny bit the head off a bat in Mexico and South America on stage, 2 years before Ozzy Osbourne did. Danny urinated on the police station front wall after his arrest for biting the head off a bat in Brazil before Ozzy Osbourne urinated on the Alamo. Evel Knievel endorsed Danny during an interview. Danny has performed in Mexico and South America and is currently performing the State Fair circuit in the U.S. Danny is Selena's friend, and Selena designs his Daredevil wardrobe. Danny, tell us about your friend Selena.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone that has attended extreme shows and visited my Museum of the Incredible in the Rio Grande Valley.
We won't ever let that end. No, never. You are here for me and I am here for you. That's what best friends do. You are my best.
Good Morning America, here on ABC.
And today we've got a place once again, as we did yesterday, and it's a great place.
Of course, we're live right now. If you're hearing me, come on over to the Freak Show exhibit. Come on down, all you local yokels, and come see this Freak Show animal. It's a once-in-a-lifetime you don't want to miss. Coming to you live from the Nevada County State Fair, about an hour north of Las Vegas, Nevada, with my good friend Daredevil Danny, who has brought him his Freak Show 50 freaky, crazy animals. Daredevil Danny, how you doing today?
Doing great. Great to be in the Las Vegas area here at the Nevada County State Fair. We're currently exhibiting 50 freak mutant animals. We're working the State Fair circuit at this point. We're going to be at the 1995 Houston Livestock Show coming up. Originally from the Rio Grande Valley, where we have a roadside attraction and exhibit the freak mutant animals at our Museum of the Incredible in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas.
I like your outfit, Danny. I understand that the designer will be live with us on the phone. As a matter of fact, she's on the phone waiting right now. Selena Quintanilla will be right back live.
Hey Mom, one of these drinks has 30% less sugar than the others. It's not a wine punch, it's not high C, it's Kool-Aid, and less
Live at the Nevada County State Fair, about an hour north of Las Vegas, Nevada, with my good friend Daredevil Danny, who currently holds 2 world records. Selena Quintanilla live on the phone right now.
Hey Daddy, how are you? When are you going to come visit me? I have some ideas for you.
Hey Selena, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I know you're going to be at the 1995 edition of the Houston Livestock Show. I will be showing over there too. I hope we run into each other over there.